That's right, folks. Still got this stuff. Still doctoring it. Gets a little bit better every day, and then it comes back. But, and I know this is not the same shirt. I have like 200 of these, and probably 150 of them is blue or black, or blue and black maybe. I don't know. But they look alike. Anyways, it ain't all been bad. I've been getting some peace and quiet lately that I never knew before. That's the reason I got the hair up like that. You already know, so it don't get into medicine. Anyways, it's not all bad. I've been getting some peace and quiet. Wife's got laryngitis. Whoa! Welcome back, and thanks for coming back again. We're going to finish this guitar today. Not finish it, but we're going to do some routing on it. Now, you know I already drilled 2 holes. I'm going to show you this one more time, explain what I'm going to do. I drilled 2 holes, 45-degree angle holes, and I got to route a channel from one hole to the other one, down in the saddle slot, closest to the sound hole. Let me just get you and bring you over here now and tell you one more time what I'm going to do. I got bits. Got new bits here, finally came in. It took nearly 3 weeks or so to get these. 1mm bits. I got 2 of them in case I screw around and break one off again. But I'm going to get you to explain this to you one more time, and we're going to do it! Alright, catch you back up. This is just for the new subscribers, the ones that may not have seen the other videos on this guitar. I would urge you to go back and watch them first before you continue this one. Anyways, for the ones that don't know, here's what's happening. I drilled a hole at the end of the bridge slot, 1mm hole, 45-degree angle there. Another hole, 45-degree angle over here at the other end of it. Now I'm going to put the broken bit in the router and stick in that hole. Set the router down on there, stick the broken bit in the hole I drilled, and then I'm going to take I'm going to make a fence over here against this hole. Okay, I'm going to clamp that, then come over here to the other side, stick the router and the bit down in that hole, and set my fence up, clamp it. That fence will allow me to route the exact direction the slot's going in. It'll be turned at the very same angle. The slot's not straight across the bridge, it's angled on all guitars. Well, most of them. So, once I get my fence set up, I might show you some of that. It's just going to be what I'm telling you now. I'll probably bring you back when I get ready to route. And we got to get our depth. We need to route from this hole to this hole 1mm wide, near the nearest the sound hole in the slot, and 1mm deep. So all I got to do once I get the fence set up is just stick the bit down in the hole, follow my fence, and come across here to this other hole, set the depth at 1mm, and we should be fine. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Now I got this medicine all over me, so if you see it on my arms, I hope it don't make you puke up too bad. I gotta get this bit in the hole that I drilled right there, and then the router base is flat right here. Slide that up to it just like so and clamp this side. Then I got to bring the thing over here, stick it in that hole, and line this up with this flat spot right here and clamp that side. And then we'll be ready to put a bit in there. I still got that broken bit in there. And I'll put a bit in it then and we'll start routing. We're going to be able to tell shortly if this pickup works or not. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to string it up, but I can tell if it works or not without doing that. Hold on. Alright, I got my fence lined up. I just need to follow it. It's exactly the same angle that saddle slot is. Now we want to route down in that 1mm, so I need to find out what the bridge depth is, the saddle slot. Make sure I get that in there right. 6.5. See if it's consistent. 6.6. I'm testing it on, measuring it on both sides. 6.6. Places near the center, in the center, and everywhere. 6.9. I might have, yeah, I got off for 6.5. There it got in the hole there. 6.6. So I have to set my router depth 1 more millimeter than what was the most occurring. 6.6. I got to go 1 millimeter deeper than what this reads to route a channel in there 1 millimeter deep. If that makes any sense. Yeah. I'm going to say an average of 6.5 is how deep that is. It's only like 2 millimeters wide that saddle slot is, so we're going to be routing half of it out nearest the sound hole, 1 millimeter more. So I'm going to set my depth from the base of the router to 7.5, and it's going to only be routing 1 millimeter deep into the wood. So let me get set up for that and I'll bring you back. We'll do it to it. Now I put the broken bit. I got a real one on now. I put the broken bit in the hole and marked the starting point with this blue tape. I don't know if you hope you can see that. And I put the broken bit in this hole and marked. There's a place on here. These things. When this gets to the tape, I don't know where it stopped because I'm probably not going to be able to feel that hole over there. Starting point with this in the hole, this lined up at the hole, and ending point when this reaches the tape. So I got everything ready to go. All I got to do is get in the hole now and get a little bit more cord here. Well, that'll work right there. Alright. Wow, it's hard to see under there. Yeah. I'm in the hole now. I got a route from here to the far end of right here. Headphone lovers, might want to back them off about now. Let's go. Make another pass on that just because. So I don't know if you want to watch that or not. I guess go ahead and let it run. Might as well. Well, I can just put that in the slot now, pull it out till it hits the end of the hole, and there it did. Let's do it again. That looks perfect, man. I gotta get my visors on and check that out. I think it's perfect. Hold on, let me, well, I got them right here. And I'll show you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's excellent. It is just excellent. Yeah, I've been thinking about this job quite a bit. I had plenty of time to think about it. And I thought, you know, the hardest part of this whole thing for me is going to be getting that transducer up from the bottom through the first hole. It's going to be easy here to stick it down in there. But, you know, getting up to it might be a little tough. Anyways, I'm going to take all this crap off and I'll bring you back and I'll show it to you. Hold on. Now, I don't know, guys, if I can make you see this or not. There's the sound hole, okay? The channel I just routed is on your left side nearest to the sound hole. I don't know if you can see it. It's only 1 millimeter deep and 1 millimeter wide. That's that's tiny. I have a macro lens. I guess I could put on, might help. But yeah, I think maybe you can see it in the camera there. I can't tell. Anyways, no scratches. There you can see the guitar didn't get hurt. It's nice and beautiful as it was before we started. And it's all good. Man, I like those bits. That thing went through that like routing hot butter. That really worked well. Okay, let me get my shit together. I don't know what we're going to do next. I guess I'm going to try to get that transducer up through this first hole. That's going to be wicked, man, from doing it in the inside. Shine a light down this hole and put a mirror in there, and I guess, I don't know, we'll see. Hold on. This is going to take me a little bit, and I'm not going to video it. I've had 5 or 6 attempts. Man, it's rough working through a mirror because everything's backwards in there. But I've been shining the light down that hole, looking at it through a mirror, and trying to catch the hole where the light's coming through at. You can see here, I've got to put that in the 45-degree angle. You can see how easy the transducer goes through the hole. So there shouldn't be any problem with it fitting. It's just getting it to come the other direction. And then we come across the channel, we route it, and back down that hole. And I'll bring you back if I ever get that done. I knew this would be the hardest part. Well, it was a bitch, but it's done. I want to show you how I did it, though. I fought it a long time. I got a light down in the guitar and a mirror, and that wasn't working. So, I doubt if you can see this tiny little thread. I got a thread. I wrapped a thread around it. There's that off of there now. Wrapped this little tiny little red thread. I wish you could see the thread so you... I don't know if you're seeing it or not. I doubt you can see the thread. Anyways, I wrapped the thread around the end of the transducer, and it worked perfect, man. Wrapped it right up to the very end, and it pulled it right through there the first time. After 2 hours of trying to do it by hand. Anyways, I had to show you that. Let me get this thread off of here. I'll run it down this other hole and we'll check it. And there she is. I ain't got enough cord to get over here any farther. The guy that puts these in, that makes these pickups, he just did that, run it over in there. I was going to take a screwdriver and slightly try to push that down into the channel we routed, but it keeps popping back up. But the guy that makes these, he takes the saddle and sets it down in there, and it pops back up like that. On his videos, he shows that. The main thing we're concerned about is we get the saddle in, get pressure on it, and that looking like that. Look what a perfect fit, man. I don't have it all the way down. You can't even tell it. That's the main goal. And now I am going to fool with it a little bit more, try to get that and make sure it does, transducer does go down into the route, the channel. But it's smooth right there already. It might be sticking up a little bit, but I know it's not in the channel because, well, you can look at it and see it's not. So I'm going to figure out a way to do that, and that will make this fit perfect, and you won't be able to tell it. And then we'll try this thing out just in a minute. Well, let's see if it works. I went and got a 9-volt battery, brand new one, so I know it's good. Had to take the battery box out. I put a light in there so I could see. Well, I had one in there already, so I could see to get the battery box out. It's just zipped up inside of there. Remember, we put it up here at the neck block. And we're going to plug him in here. If it's working, it's quiet. The amp's already turned on. I'll let it warm up. Check that out, folks. Wow, listen how clear and clean that is. This is the volume knob, the volume control. Let's see if it works. That's off. beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing when it all falls together. It works. So all I got to do is just mess with this. I had this saddle in there, by the way, off camera. I took a screwdriver and just kind of shoved that over as I was putting this in, and it's perfect right here, man. It fits like a glove. So what can I say? It's done. It ain't very loud, but I think the camera's getting it because it's close to the amp. Very cool. Alright, next time we're going to hear it with strings on. You remember this little thing? Volume, bass, mids, and highs. There's 4 screws in it. That has to be adjusted. I might just leave that alone, make sure it works, and just let the owner set that when he gets it back, because, you know, I might spend a bunch of time setting it and sticking it in there, and then he gets it back and he don't like the sound, or maybe he just wants to play with it. In fact, I may not even stick it to the guitar, or maybe temporarily stick it there so it won't rattle around in shipping, and where he can just pop it out and set it to his own, you know, his own likes. That's probably what I'll do. So everybody has a different ear for tone. Well, it's been a long time coming, but she's in there. I'm sure the owner thinks it's been plenty long enough. And I've got more guitars here waiting to, I'm 2 months behind, man. At least 2 months, maybe more than that. Fighting this shit. But anyways, the next video, we'll string this thing up and hook it up and play it. See what that pickup truly sounds like. Like I say, that adjustment in there, I'm just going to leave that alone. I'll stick it in there somewhere, but then the owner, when he gets the guitar back, and, you know, if he wants to, he might like the sound it's set at now. It's all set at halfway everything, I think. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for bringing it back here, keeping it here. Thanks for all of your support. If you really want to help me, click the thumbs up button. It helps me a great deal, and it only takes like 2 seconds max. So click it if you will, please, and be very grateful to you for it. And I'll see you in about 3 or 4 days. The videos slowed down, I know. If I ever get over this stuff, you know, they'll speed back up. Way up. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Woo! The boogity pop.